I am a 43 years old woman with 3 kids. My husband is a pastor and we are married for 17 years. Our first and second born went missing before having these kids. My husband is a very good and caring man who does everything for me and my kids. But recently, I saw something I'm not sure and don't know what to do. There is a certain room in our house. He is the only person enters there. Few days ago, he traveled, so I made the maid to clean all the rooms. She called me after seeing something. When I got to that room, it was locked mostly. He always lock it and always think it's not important for me to even enter there. But on that day, I entered. What I saw, I can't even say it. My husband have that room arranged like a shrine with 2 coffins. The coffins got me thinking, although I didn't open the coffins, but I'm afraid it will be our kids in those coffins. My husband is not back yet. Hello viewers, welcome once again to another episode of African Confessions HD, right here on Extraordinary Africa. If you're still new, in this show we publish lifetime confessions. Usually we post anonymously for their own safety reasons. And in today's video, we have 3 confessions. The first confession was that one you heard at the beginning of the video. We have 2 more confessions to come. That is that one of the lady who is saying she's being harassed by a short lady coming to her house, and also the last confession. So viewers, without wasting much of your time, let's go straight into the full stories. Hello Extraordinary Africa. Can you please hide my identity? I am a lady from Mzansi. My story goes as following. I met this guy when we were still doing high school. Everyone in school knew we loved each other so much. I think we were people's favorite couple. Wished he was going to be my husband, not knowing distance would separate us. After high school, I moved to rural area with my family. My father had retired from work. He was diagnosed with cancer. So at school the guy passed, but I failed. He advanced to tertiary education, graduated and married a lady he met at the university. I turned 30 without getting married. Since my father was no longer working, our life changed. Our parents was now failing to pay school fees for my siblings. As the firstborn, I felt it was the right time to raise my head. Aiming to find a job, I moved to the city. Stayed with my auntie while searching for the job. I saw a vacancy at a cleaning company on social media. Applied and they called me. I went there. We agreed on salaries. After a month, I was deployed to work at this mansion. I packed and went there. By the week I arrived, the owners were said to be in Dubai for a holiday. I was to work with 2 other girls. Life at the place was so sweet. Staying at a cottage with 5-star bedrooms, toilets, a nice kitchen, good bathrooms, and a nice sitting room. I don't believe I was the one going to stay at that luxurious place. My workmates told me that the bosses are so cool and nice. I was happy. At least I could send money to my family. The happiness suddenly ended after the owners returned. The husband was that high school ex-boyfriend of mine. I felt being betrayed. Almost killed myself, but I kept on thinking of my family at the village. I thought he was still thinking of me, and I rejected some boys who were serious. There was nothing to do. I wanted to raise money for my siblings to finish school. I continued with work, trying by all means avoiding meeting him. The wife was a kind person. At some point, she went with me to the village after my mom fell sick. I can't explain how good she was in words. So this other day, the wife was at work and the husband was off. I was the one on duty and cleaning the house. We met in the passage. True love will never die. You could see from his facial expressions, we failed to control ourselves. and tears started falling on both of us. Since that day, he was coming to my room when his wife was not around. A workmate discovered that there was an affair and tipped the wife. On another day, the wife trapped and caught us red-handed. To our surprise, she didn't complain or say anything. Because of shyness, I went back to the village without being fired. The following morning, we received a phone call. They woke up to see her hanging herself at the river. 6 months after burying her wife, the husband came to the village. He wanted us to get married as we planned at school. In few months, we wedded. Now my worry is that even though he sold some of the properties they brought together with the first wife, registered the remaining in the name of the children from the marriage, and then brought me a new house, I am seeing a short woman in and around the house. When I see it, I will be blind for the following 2 or more days. Other people don't see such a thing. Sometimes she comes in my dreams. She is saying, "Leave my husband. Can you please advise me on how best to protect my marriage? I am not enjoying it at all. My husband is no longer coming home. The house is always smelling all the time." Hi, admin. Keep me anonymous. I was dating my ex then. He started to cheat, so I broke up with him after 2 months. I got a new boyfriend. It was 2019. After 1 month, I realized that I am pregnant with my ex-boyfriend. Baby, then I called him to inform him. Then he denied the baby, saying, "You have a new boyfriend. What if that babe belongs to him?" As for me, I will wait for the baby to be born and do DNA tests. Fine. I told my boyfriend the truth that I am pregnant, but the baby belongs to my ex. I told him everything that guy denied the baby. The guy was very hurt about. After some time, he came to me saying, "We are in a relationship together and you are pregnant, so I will take care of you and your baby. You are my family now." I gave birth. I called my ex to inform him that the baby is here so we can do DNA tests. He told me that when I have money, I will call you. Now the baby is turning 2 years. He does not call or do anything. So I called him last week. He was with his mother and girlfriend. So he put me on loudspeaker. Then I asked him, "When are you doing DNA? Because since when I'm pregnant, you said you do them then." He said, "I told you I'll call you when I have money. If you don't see me calling, just know I don't have money." Then I told him to go to traditional healers because they are cheap than DNA tests. So he refused, saying he does not go to traditional healers and his church does not allow them to go there. I told him to ask his family for money to help him. Then his mother started to shout because I was on loudspeaker. She said, "Where will I take money? I don't know. When you were making the baby, I was not involved, so don't include me in your problem. My son does not have money." His girlfriend started to shout, saying she wants to trap my boyfriend with the baby. She doesn't know the father of the baby. Then the ex-boyfriend replies saying, "I'll call you when I have money." My current boyfriend was yet, so you want to take the baby, and he said you raise the baby because since the baby was born, he is the one who supports you financially and physically. My baby loves him. He also told his family that the baby belongs to him. He wants to pay damage. I don't have problem with that. My problem is that what if the ancestors will be angry to introduce the baby to the wrong ancestors? I don't know what to do. Can you please advise me? Yes, viewers, that was our conversation for today. Thank you so much for tuning in to our channel. Hope you leave a comment and a like. Don't forget to leave a comment. Most of these people end up in committing suicide. We need to avoid this. Let's bring hands together and fight. Let's fight against suicides. That was your host, Solution Uncle.